The fires continue. More Teslas have been set on fire in a recent spate of fires across numerous countries around the world. By the way, I should point out this is not Tesla's cars setting themselves on fire. This is arsonists setting Tesla's cars on fire. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Interestingly, a new survey came out overnight showing that apparently 100,000 Germans were surveyed, and 94% said that they will not consider buying a Tesla, which is a remarkable number. Can't speak to the veracity of that survey, but that's quite no matter what the case, I think it's quite a damning, really, indictment of how Germans feel right now about Tesla. Police in Germany were called to a vehicle fire around 1:40 a.m. Friday, initially thinking this was just going to be some sort of incident. However, it turned into a full-fledged pursuit of multiple similar fires around Germany. By the time the flames were out, 4 Teslas had been completely incinerated, leaving authorities scrambling to find out who actually did it. These incidents all happened in Plantenwald and Steglitz, 2 Berlin suburbs. So Berlin is the city where Tesla has its gigafactory in Germany. After responding to the first call, police received another one 30 minutes later, reporting yet another fire elsewhere, roughly a 30-minute drive from the first location. All 4 Teslas were completely burnt to the ground. None of them were drivable, and none of them were owned by Tesla. They're all individual private owners' cars. It does appear arsonists have set these cars on fire, and this is another really kind of crazy incident. And in my opinion, this one is one of the worst because these vehicles are not owned by Tesla themselves. Not saying you should burn down any of Tesla's cars that they own in their, obviously in their showrooms, but to me, targeting individual Tesla owners who they might have bought these cars a couple of years ago seems to be absolutely brutal to do this to someone. Local authorities are not leading the investigation. According to takeover, the State Security Service has taken over and is handling the case. The State Security Service, it's a little bit like the FBI. No injuries have been reported. Officials have confirmed that at least 5 other vehicles aside from the Teslas sustained damage from the fire. So these 4 Tesla vehicles were set on fire, and as a result, 5 other cars that weren't Tesla vehicles were damaged in the process. This is a 3rd suspected arson targeting Teslas in Germany. According to RBB24, similar attacks occurred in early February when 2 cars and several charging stations were set on fire. Then on the 5th of March, someone torched a power pole supplying electricity to a Tesla factory, shutting the plant down for several days. In addition to this, recently, a bunch of Teslas, about 10 Teslas were set on fire in France. Of course, numerous Teslas were set on fire in the United States as well. Guys, how do you feel about this? What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think in the comments. Elon Musk has finally spoken up about what has been going on in Sweden about the union's attacks of Tesla. They're actually going to ramp up their attacks on Tesla. They've now banned all electricians in Sweden from working with Tesla, meaning this. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. I should mention, first of all, that Tesla's workers in Sweden, they did have a kind of an unofficial vote on joining the union. And while the workers at Tesla, they voted heavily against joining the union. Now, technically, Tesla are legally allowed not to join the union. You don't have to join a union in Sweden. But IF Metal, who are one of the biggest unions in Europe, they are essentially trying to be fair, extort Tesla and force them to sign a collective agreement. Now, it's not really of much benefit to Tesla's employees who don't want to do it. So really what would happen is Tesla would simply pay fees to the union to be part of the union, or pay a premium to be part of IF Metal. But because Tesla has said no, IF Metal have attempted on many occasions to sabotage Tesla through many different ways. They've tried to get businesses that are part of the union to block Tesla, even businesses in Germany, businesses all across Europe, try to force them to not work with Tesla. As a result, though, some of those businesses have lost jobs. For example, one aluminium extrusion supplier who provides extrusions for the Tesla Model Y at the factory in Germany, did provide them, They said to Tesla, no, we're not going to provide them to you anymore. IF Metal want us to strike. So then Tesla had no choice. They had to find another supplier. They found another supplier. And the company who striked against Tesla, basically they lost half their workforce. They had to fire 20 people because they were no longer providing Tesla with aluminium extrusions. And those 20 people now don't have a job. IF Metal did not. As far as I can tell, I've Googled this for about 2 hours. I can't find any evidence that those 20 people were given a job by the union or, something good came out of this. So that was kind of a bit of a sad story for those people. Now, Elon Musk has actually been asked about his thoughts of what's going on with IF Metal. To be fair, what he said is not... He's being very careful. You can tell he's being very careful. During an X Spaces session with Nikolai Tangent, the Chief Executive Officer of Norge Bank Investment Management, Elon Musk, he talked about what's been going on. To me, this is extremely stressful for Tesla. But Musk, I guess, he's dealing with drama every day. He's the kind of guy who actually seems to thrive on drama. I hate it personally. But he doesn't seem like he's concerned. Musk discussed a few different topics, says Teslarati, talking about India and Brazil and what's going on with X and Twitter. And to be honest, I couldn't care less about the Twitter stuff, whatever to all that. However, Musk believes that the strikes with the union, IF Metal, he believes the worst is over. Now, based on what IF Metal have said within the last few days, that doesn't appear to be the case at all. So Tesla's trying to install superchargers, more superchargers in Sweden. And in Sweden, Tesla superchargers are open to all electric car drivers. Now, apparently in Sweden, electric car drivers try to use Tesla chargers as a priority because they work better and they're cheaper. But now Tesla can't install any more superchargers, and they're actually planning on ramping out a bunch of them. They had a bunch ready to install. The electricians now been banned from actually connecting them. So they're just sitting idle. It's a bit of a disappointment for EV drivers in Sweden because it's really not just affecting Tesla owners, it's actually affecting all electric car drivers. Musk said, I think the storm has passed on that front. I think things are in reasonably good shape in Sweden. I feel good about the future. The long-term future of Tesla is strong.
Now, what is the score now in terms of the union in Sweden and the collective bargaining?
Actually, I think the storm has passed on that front. I think things are in reasonably good shape in Sweden. So I think things are good. Overall, I feel pretty good about the future. I mean, there's going to be bumpy quarters from here and there, but I think the long-term future of Tesla is extremely strong.